Interesting. Now, joining us, Congressman doing the grilling, or one of them, Kelly Armstrong, Republican from North Dakota. Sir, I have very specific questions. I hope that's okay with you. First of all, people use Facebook. You get it for free. In exchange, you give them your information and they sell it and make money. Would you put a stop to that? Would you change their basic business model?
No, I don't think government's role is to change that model.
Okay. Not at all. Not at all.
No, I mean, I think when you're talking, particularly when you're using antitrust enforcement, it's very company-specific and very fact-specific. And if you prove that there's market manipulation or unfair competitive advantage, then yes, there are enforcement mechanisms in place, and we should utilize those. But I mean, to take it as a blanket statement without getting into the facts of each particular case, I think is a little dangerous.
Okay, understood. Now, let me talk to you about Google. Google has Gmail, I should say. I use Gmail. Google reads it and sells my information to third parties. I don't like that. Will you stop it?
No, I do think this is an area where we really do have to understand what's going on. I think data privacy is probably the next big conversation we need to have in Congress as we continue to move into the digital age. And I think that's part of the question when we're talking about newspaper or digital advertising, because you can't decouple digital advertising from digital data. And I already think they probably collect too much of it. I'm not entirely sure I want it being given to more people.
Last question. I want just a big picture here. Do you think that any of these big tech companies should be flat out broken up?
I don't think the goal of antitrust law is to break up a big company just because they're big. I go back to what I said earlier. I think it's a very fact-specific inquiry, and if you can show that if somebody is engaging in anti-competitive behavior, then Congress does and DOJ does and should take remedies. But I don't think you break them up just because they're big. I don't ever want to penalize any company for success.
Got it. Kelly, look, thank you so much for answering specific, direct questions in an open and direct way. We really appreciate that, because I'm tired of people saying, well, we ought to do this and we ought to do that, and nothing ever happens. We appreciate you being on the show, Kelly Armstrong, and I hope you can come back too.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Careful, you might be back.